and today I just checked out Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is a 2021 American superhero film based on Marvel comic characters featuring the character Shang-Chi. Produced at Marvel Studios and distributed by the Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures, it acts as the 25th film in the MCU. Damn, 25 films already. Directed by Destin Daniel, created from a screenplay and wrote with Dave Callaham and Andrew Laham. It stars Shimlu as Shang-Chi, sorry I butchered your name, alongside Aquafina, Megan Ziga, and a whole bunch of casts including Benedict Wong. Well, martial arts master Shang-Chi confronts the past he thought he left behind when he's drawn into the web of the mysterious Ten Rings organizations. And I'm going to leave it there because this film has just been premiered literally yesterday, so I'm going to keep it spoiler free. It's kind of the first official movie of the Phase 4 series that isn't a prequel but a sequel, and so far it's received positive reviews from critics praising the choreography of the action scenes, exploration and representation of Asian culture, and the performances from Liu and Leong, and so far has grossed a whopping 53 million worldwide, which is not bad at all, not bad at all. And what do I think of this film? Well, let's talk about the good. And yeah, I didn't watch any of the trailers for this film, so I kind of went in this film kind of blind, and yeah, this film is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be, you know, your corny martial arts film, and it is like that, but there's so much more heart towards this film. I wasn't expecting the father character to have such an interesting role and to be so prominent. I didn't even think the villain was his dad because I didn't see the trailer or know anything about it, and I thought the whole dynamic between the father and the son was so interesting. And just, man, like how even though he's, you know, he's a villain, he's kind of three-dimensional. You kind of get why he's doing what he's doing, and yeah, it's questionable, but man, you kind of feel for what he's doing. The action scenes really do feel grand. I have to admit this, but these scenes are probably the best action I've seen in any MCU film. Like, this is the first MCU solo film where I'm like, there was a lot of heart. And I know a lot of these MCU films, a lot of people put a lot of heart and effort in, but this one I feel like they put in way more heart and way more effort in. It was a lot more entertaining to watch. It flew by for a 2-hour and 10-minute film. It flew by. The action was so great. The visual effects looked amazing, especially when they go to this location, which I'm not going to say. Some of those creature designs are just top notch and they're visually appealing. They looked so great. And I'm not 100% sure if this was shown in the trailer, so I'm going to keep it spoiler free, but there's a specific character who appeared in a previous MCU film who surprisingly made a return in this film, and he was just such a delight in this film. Like, he was the big comic relief. Even though Aquafina was the main comic relief, when he came along, it was just so much more funny just to watch him in the film, which was really great. I love all the characters in this film. It was just super entertaining. The story was gripping. Shang-Chi's past, probably out of all the MCU characters, he probably has the most darkest past out of any MCU character. Potentially Black Widow, but man, like, this dude's past, like, when you first meet this guy, you're like, how did he have this past? Because he kind of appears as this sort of happy-go-lucky type of dude. The moment you first see him in the film, you're like, you know, he's always like throwing one-liners. He's super funny and entertaining, but then you see his backstory and you see what he had to go through, and you're like, it's not even the same guy. It's like a completely different person. And I really found the flashbacks to be way more engaging and interesting than heck even the main story of the film, which was just such a surprise. Like, probably some of the best flashback scenes I've seen in any MCU movie. And yeah, I recommend watching this film in the cinemas because that's the only way to watch it, because man, those scenes look so glorious on the big screen. In terms of mixed and negatives, this is the first time I haven't really gotten any mixed and negatives for this film. Potentially some of the CGI looks a little bit clunky and janky. There's this bus sequence where the CGI kind of reminded me of the Ant-Man and the Wasp CGI when the cars kept shrinking, and it had that same look to it and it just didn't look nice. Also, there are some moments when some of the characters go to this specific location, when Shang-Chi meets sort of his mother's people in a way, and the way they're standing, it looks like they're in front of a green screen and it just looks a bit janky and doesn't look that great, but overall I flipping love this film. It was such a ball to watch, probably one of the most rewatchable MCU films, and probably one of the most important ones, because yeah, this is definitely felt like the first big major film after sort of Endgame. Spider-Man was quite big, but this one felt even grander in a way, and with them post-credit scenes and what they're setting up for the future, I am looking forward to seeing Shang-Chi return. Giving this film a 8 out of 10, I'm gonna give this film a A-. Go check it out, I highly recommend it. But tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think of this film? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Like this video, subscribe for more anime and manga reactions and reviews and MCU reviews. Thank you for watching. Bold Reviews signing out.